Okay, let's unpack this. Dragon Ball. When we think of the heavy hitters, the go-to transformations, it's almost always the Saiyans who come to mind first.
Right. Goku, Vegeta,
Yeah,
the Golden Hair Brigade.
exactly. They're central, no doubt about it. But today, we're here to champion the incredible power and the impact of those who aren't Saiyan.
It's a great topic because, well, while the Saiyan power-ups are flashy and often save the day,
Yeah, totally.
these other characters are just so vital. They bring unique strengths, different ways of thinking that, honestly, the Saiyans sometimes lack. They really shape the story.
Absolutely. So our mission for you tuning in today, looking at sources like Dragon Ball Strongest Non-Saiyan Warriors and the big Dragon Ball wiki,
Right.
is to really dig into these unsung powerhouses. We're talking characters who kind of redefine what strength even means in Dragon Ball.
And it's interesting how that variety really adds to the story.
Sure.
It stops it from just being Saiyan versus Saiyan power scaling.
Yeah.
Shows that some arts, willpower, different abilities, they matter just as much.
So true. Okay, where do we even start the celebration? For me, I think it has to be Krillin, the strongest Earthling.
Ah, Krillin. Good choice.
Now, I know what people might think. He gets defeated a lot.
Yeah, it takes some hits, yeah.
But you have to look past that. Think about the context. This is a human guy who never, ever gives up. His whole journey is about pushing himself, training constantly, even when surrounded by beings with insane power levels.
Yeah, that determination is incredible. It says a lot about like the human spirit in this crazy cosmic setting. It just keeps going.
Totally. He trains with Goku. He jumps into fights against guys who could literally destroy planets. And he's not just there to get knocked out. Remember Frieza?
Oh, yeah. The Destructo Disc?
Yes. He sliced Frieza's tail clean off, caught him completely by surprise. A human.
That was a huge moment. And even later, like in the Tournament of Power, he's not the strongest raw power-wise, obviously, but he uses his head.
Exactly. His techniques, his timing. That solar flare by 100 against Gohan, that shows he's still refining, still thinking tactically. He adapts.
So his power isn't about some transformation. It's spirit, it's bravery facing impossible odds, and it's that cleverness. He really embodies that classic martial artist ideal. Keep training, keep improving.
Great points. Okay, so moving from that human spirit, let's talk about Piccolo.
Oh, Piccolo. What a journey. From Demon King Jr. to Gohan's mentor. That's one of the best character arcs, period.
Definitely. And his strength is, well, it's multifaceted, isn't it? It's not just his Namekian powers.
Right, like the regeneration and the stretchy arms, which are cool.
Super useful, yeah. But it's his mind. He's the strategist.
He really is. So often, he's the one figuring out the plan, spotting the weakness, while Goku and Vegeta are, eager to just jump in.
He blends those physical gifts with that sharp intellect incredibly well. He analyzes opponents, figures out counters. He's not just strong, he's smart.
And we absolutely have to talk about the power boost from Fusion. That was huge.
Oh, yeah. Nail on Namek first.
Right. Suddenly, he could actually stand up to Frieza, even if just for a bit. That was shocking then. It really was. And then later, fusing with Kami, restoring his original self, gaining all that wisdom.
It's such a different path to power compared to the Saiyans, isn't it? Shows the potential in other races, other methods, strategic merging of strengths.
Totally. And speaking of potential, Orange Piccolo.
Whoa. Okay, yeah, that came out of nowhere. Talk about a power-up. The sources suggest he's potentially rivaling, like, divine beings now.
It makes you wonder, right? What other potential is just waiting to be unlocked in Namekians or other races?
Yeah.
And this is the guy who started out wanting to kill Goku and take over the world.
Seriously, talk about a turnaround. Now he's practically Gohan's co-parent babysitting Pan.
Huh. Yeah, the nurturing side.
Infiltrating the Red Ribbon Army base in disguise. Yeah. It shows this deep protective instinct now. Plus, he's just physically imposing, isn't he? Like 7'5".
Yeah, huge. His strength is just, it's constant growth. Power, wisdom, strategy, dedication. It's the whole package.
Okay, shifting gears completely now. Let's talk about a different kind of non-Saiyan threat. The androids. 17 and 18.
Ah, yes. A terrifying arrival. They really changed the game.
What made them so scary was that infinite energy, right?
Yeah.
And you couldn't sense their kind.
Exactly. It was like the rules didn't apply to them. They bypassed all the normal limitations of fighters who need to manage their energy.
Right. They didn't need to charge up. They just had this endless power that, at the time, totally eclipsed the Super Saiyans.
And because they never got tired, they could just keep coming. Relentless. It was a completely different kind of fight.
In a universe built on ki and spirit energy, suddenly you have technology reaching these insane power levels.
It forced everyone to adapt, to think differently about combat.
And we have to shout out Android 17 and the Tournament of Power, winning the whole thing for Universe 7.
Incredible performance, truly.
It wasn't just about being strong or tireless. He was smart, resourceful. Those barriers he could make, game-changing.
Unwavering resolve, too.
His win proved definitively that a non-Saiyan could not only hang with the best, but actually come out on top through strategy and unique skills. Huge moment.
Absolutely landmark. It showed the value of something other than just pure escalating power levels.
Okay, so we've had spirit, strategy, and infinite energy. Now, let's talk raw, terrifying, almost innate power. Frieza.
Ah, the Emperor, yes. What's truly terrifying about Frieza is that baseline power he started with.
Right. He was conquering galaxies, ruling with fear, and he hadn't even really trained.
Exactly. It points to this, unbelievable natural potential in his race. Almost unfair potential.
It's genuinely mind-boggling. Then, okay, he decides to train for the first time 4 months.
Just 4 months.
And boom, Golden Frieza, suddenly trading blows with Super Saiyan Blue.
It's just exponential growth. It shows what happens when that massive natural talent actually gets honed, even a little bit. It dwarfs years of Saiyan training initially.
And just when you think that's the peak, Black Frieza.
Yeah, after a decade in the hyperbolic time chamber, which, is still not that long, relatively speaking.
Right, and he just walks in and demolishes true Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta. Effortlessly.
It's staggering. Just absolutely staggering. It arguably makes him the strongest mortal fighter we know of right now, period.
It really makes you question the limits, doesn't it? Like, how high can that natural talent go when pushed? And it's almost funny that this universe-level threat is supposedly sensitive about being, 5'2"?
Huh. Yeah, the little detail. Emperor of the Universe, Agent of Destruction, wants to maybe take on the Omni Kings eventually, but don't mention his height.
It's darkly funny. He's cruel, yes, but also sophisticated, strategic, always plotting. Betrayed Frost, his counterpart. Obsessed with Goku, though maybe less so now.
Seems like it. And remember, his fear of Super Saiyans led him to wipe them out. But then he cooperates in the Tournament of Power.
And that experience in Hell apparently made him decide he doesn't want immortality anymore, which is interesting.
Very. And his interest in Broly's power, you can see the gears turning, always calculating.
Yeah. So Frieza's strength is just this absurd natural gift that he's finally started to actually use. He's a constant reminder that power comes in all forms, some just terrifyingly potent.
So, looking back then, Krillin's human spirit, Piccolo's strategic mind and Namekian evolution, the android's technological perfection and endless energy, and Frieza's overwhelming inherited potential.
It really shows the diversity, doesn't it? Each one brings something totally different to the table, pushes the Saiyans in new ways, and proves strength isn't just about Saiyan blood.
Exactly. It's not only about who transforms next. It's about cleverness, endurance, unique abilities, raw talent. These non-Saiyans have absolutely carved out their own massive legacies.
For sure. Which kind of leads to a question for you, listening right now. Considering all these different kinds of power we've just talked about, which non-Saiyan warrior do you think is the most underrated? Or maybe who do you think has the potential to become the strongest non-Saiyan down the line?
Ooh, good question. Lots of possibilities there.
We'd genuinely love to hear your thoughts on that. Any fan theories? Let us know.
Yeah, join the conversation. But for now, thank you for taking this deep dive with us into the incredible might of Dragon Ball's non-Saiyan fighters.
Yeah, hopefully it gave you a new appreciation for just how varied strength can be in that universe.
Absolutely. And maybe a reminder that potential can come from anywhere.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep pondering.